I guess we're live on a Wednesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here. We're going to talk some leather. We got some fun stuff to talk about. Got some tricks and tips for the new folks. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Hope everybody's got something fun on your cutting table. For folks that are new, you're joining a family of 8,300 people all over this world. We go to any country on this planet and have a friend right off the bat, and they'll be great people. Leather crafters are fun people. Y'all, it's good to see everybody's name popping up. I almost always forget to go live because I'm reading the comments. I want to spend time on these. So Eric is with us. Eric, very cool. Let's see, first in the shop today. That's right, Eric. I hope you're doing all right. Let's see, greetings, fellow crafters all over the world. That's exactly right. Oh, spring is finally coming to Norway. Just last Thursday, we had sleet and snow. Now weather's warming up and daylight lasts longer. Spring is here. It is okay. Now, for those of us on the other side of the equator, it's cooling off. Yeah, it's starting. So we're both happy. Yeah, we're both happy this time of year. But I don't know. With me, I don't know. I've been real relaxed through the day. It's getting really pretty outside. Yeah. And even here, like over the weekend, we even had a fire going on Saturday because it was cold. It was ugly, windy, raining, cold, nasty, typical Southern winter day, right? And now it's getting pretty. So, spring's coming. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We talked about shows in the past, but with spring in the air, we got to talk about doing some side shows, doing little craft fairs, especially for the new folks. You can do this, and you're going to be surprised at the outcome. All the great outcomes. We're going to come back to that. That's kind of our theme of the week is doing some craft shows, but we're going to come back around to that. It's hard not to just sit here and read. I want to say hello to everybody. JR Time, second in the shoot today. JR Time, it's good to see your name pop up. It really is. Crystal Hennington is with us. Crystal has broke the tap on food by bringing up barbecue chicken. Oh, man. One of my all-time favorites. On the grill. Oh, come on, right? Oh, man, anyway. So, Crystal, thank you for that. I don't have to break that tap. We are on our way. Good. So, we're going to talk about some leather and some food. It's just the way it is. The two kind of actually, from the beginning, the two actually do go together. Cow, burger, right? Yeah. So, all right. Let's see who else up. Let's see. Eric there. Becky Eversole. Great to be with y'all again. Becky, love you right back. Thank you so much for that. In all honesty, comments like that just change the whole thing. They really do. I appreciate you saying that. And I'm glad you're with us. Absolutely. And new folks, too, everybody's friendly here. We breathe a lot of glue, dye, top coats. Yeah. So we're probably always happy. But no, not really. Leather crafters we're happy people, and I think it's because we always have something fun to look forward to. Leathercraft. And the new folks, too. I know I beat this into the ground, but I don't think any of us, someone came close last time, and I should have written that down. I don't think any of us can describe to you the greatness Leathercraft is going to bring to you and probably everybody around you. There are no words to describe the mountain of that. Just jump in, and you'll start to see what I'm talking about. Van Dam 41. Oh, I like the name right off the bat. I love this craft. Oh, but everything I make for my wife and my 16-year-old daughter, they just stick their noses up in the air. I can't honestly say I've had that happen. I'm typically everybody that you make something for, give it to them. They're not just happy, they're ecstatic. And they will wear or love that 5 years, 10 years down the road, and this happens to me, somebody say, hey, you made this belt for me. I don't remember making that belt. But of course, when you look at it, that was like a decade ago. So, that happens. But Van Dam 41, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe it's just more fine-tuning the product, that they would like. That 16-year-old, that's going to be tough. Actually, probably not. Yeah, you'll work on it and you'll nail it and everybody will be happy. But two, that's another big piece of advice for the new folks. Make something for your spouse right up front. Then you're good. You are good. Yeah. So, all right, Dean is with us. Dean, good to see your name pop up. Let's see, Ralph Morrow. Nice, Ralph. Glad you're with us today. Glad everybody's with us. Shane, it's so nice to see everybody's name pop up. Get to spend a little time together. I work by myself. I'm not in Ohio. Weaver's in Ohio. I'm in Atlanta. I work by myself, absolutely, and it's lonely. It really is. And my boss, bless her heart, I probably delete 9 of the 10 emails that I'm going to send her because she doesn't need to know all that. But on my end, I want to talk, the best thing about working in the restaurant industry, waited tables for years, got through college waiting tables. It's the end of the day bitch session. I say that because it's not really, but everybody gets together. We laugh about all the crazy stuff that happened. You get to talk the job. I don't really have anybody to talk the job with. And my boss, she doesn't. She probably gets 300 emails a day. Probably not. Maybe that's like 2 days. So I don't really, feel comfortable. Hey, this is funny. Something funny that happened with a video today. Oh, do I have a craft fail? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Okay. Let's put that up front. Okay. Again, the craft fails. Anybody's got one, put one up here because they do so much good. New folks, you find out that we all do make mistakes, been at it 40 something years, still screw things up. And probably the pros do, but also it kind of helps us to laugh, about our mistakes. Kind of, we all know, we know, right? So if you bring up a craft fail here, we know about the pain of it. Hopefully, maybe a good way to get around it, fix it, right? Throw it in the trash, start over. But anyway, so making a video, I think I talked about it last time. So I'm working through this video, and now we're jamming. We're going to put this cool stamp design on it. It's one of my favorites. Always been looking for a project for it. Oh man. So one part of the project on camera got a good scene, got it stamped, looks good, straight, square. Not always the case. So I said, okay, now I'll do the other piece. Picked up the wrong damn stamp. Picked up the wrong stamp. It's a stamp we don't carry. It's incredibly similar. One does this, one does this. Oh, I don't even know why the stamp was laying there. Picked it up. Did not realize this until I'm editing a 40-minute video. Oh, crap. I got to go all the way back. Not all the way back, luckily. I at least got to cut the leather. Because the next thing we do, right, is case or wet the leather to stamp. So anyway, that one's delayed just a little bit, but now I'm reshooting. I walked away from it, shot 2 other videos coming back to it, so we'll have that one up soon, okay? But for our pirate friends, let me just apologize, because that's going to be delayed a little bit, but we're going to take care of y'all. And that's one of the first steps in that direction. So anyway, major craft fail. Oh, crap. I win. All right. I get the hat, the coffee cup, the jacket. Craft fail of all time right here. Seriously, if you've got good craft fails, drop them in. Sometimes it helps to laugh. Sometimes, like I said, we might could get an answer from somebody, maybe something we never thought of. But two, if you know, the mistakes, oddly enough, and this has happened to me again and again, we screw something up. Well, first off, we figure out why we screwed it up, right? So we correct that on our next project. But once in a while, we come up with something really cool. When we screw something up badly, there's this little thread in there that says, oh, wait a minute, but if I did this, and now you might have a technique nobody's ever seen. Totally unique to you, absolutely. Okay, enough of, walked off into the woods and didn't come back. Yeah, okay, well, let's come back to the trail here. So let's see, Van Dam kind of stings, so I just make things for myself. That'll change. That stings. I hate it. I hate it. I know we all feel that, but it will get better. I promise you. I can promise you on that one. You'll see. You'll start fanning out coworkers, family, and friends. You'll see. Yeah, you'll get that big rush or giving something to somebody, and that helps too. A lot of times, for me, when it's the most tedious thing, like hand sewing to me isn't really the most tedious. Edge lacing. Oh, I want to punch myself in the face for starting that project. I love it. I love a beautiful edge lace. It ain't in my wheelhouse. It is not. Oh, so the point is when you're working through these very tedious steps, what I do is I think about, when I give this to so-and-so, I'm going to point out this stitch line. It looks really pretty. I'm going to tell them what I did. How do I tool this? And it kind of seems to take up the time, through those tedious steps. And then when you give it to somebody, payoff, payoff. Absolutely. So, all right, let's see. Van Dam 41, you'll get there. You absolutely will. You'll get there. Let's see. Spastic Geek is with us. Spastic Geek, hope you're doing all right. Glad to see your name pop up. Very cool. Oh, and Wendy G. Hi, Chuck. I'm Rusty Bandet's wife. Thanks for inspiring him. I have lots of bags. Bless your heart. He did all the work. He did all the work and all the concept and the design. I'm just glad to hear that. Makes my day to see that comment. Bless your heart. Well, Wendy, thanks for saying so. Means more than you know. It really does. Octopusatus with us. I'd love to see new names pop up. And even though that may not be new, may not be, they go by so fast. I apologize for not being able to see everyone. But nonetheless, it's good to see your name pop up. And for all the new folks, glad to see your name too. Come on in. Come on in. The water is fine. All right. So let's see. Yeah. Okay. Carrie. Carrie's always got a smile for us. We have the best craft going. Let's enjoy every minute of it. Yeah. The days of the curmudgeon, the old cranky curmudgeon leather worker, they're in the rear view. We're friendly. Yeah. And enjoying every minute of a great craft and great people. That's it. So, yeah, we're actually going to talk here in a minute. I got a curmudgeon story. So, yeah, we'll talk about that because we're just going to go over some shows and just some things I've learned over the years because I've done a few shows, and this isn't all of them. This is just the last 14 years. And I've got plenty even before that, but we're going to talk about that because again, there's some funny things that you do. There's some great things. If you're brand new to leathercraft, there is no reason I know my nose is. There's no reason you can jump out to a small local craft show, sell a few things, have a great time doing it. We're going to come back to that. All right. Oh, Carrie. Okay, that is a good one. Did you see the cat walk across the street? The chicken had a laser pointer. I want to live in a world where a chicken can cross the street without its motivations being questioned. Would that be a great world? Okay, so let's see. I saw that on a sign somewhere, and I think I bought that one. I think my wife got that one, put it in the barn, and there was another one. I got it for my cousin because the second I saw it, it was him. But it's got a drawing of Confucius sitting on a rock with a long stem pipe, and this is great. It says, "I never said half those things." Confucius. Okay, that's a good one. Had to buy one of those for my cousin. Anyway, oh no, craft fail, Dave Rooney. Oh man. I made a tool pouch for stitching chisels. Not okay, but forgot to make it big enough to leave room for when the chisels are in the pouch. Because you're using the chisels to make the pouch, right? Okay, maybe the next version. We're going to call that one a prototype. Yeah, we're going to call it a prototype and move on. The next one will be great. That's what we're doing. It's called a prototype. Okay, so at least if that makes us feel better. And it does. It does. I'm pretty shallow. So things like that work on me. Anyway, all right. Oh, let's see. Oh, Dane, I quit baby formula 28 years ago. Does that count? I kind of, sort of, because Carrie, Carrie? Oh, I didn't see the comment, but you got to be up, around over 400 days, no coffee, no caffeine. I'm so impressed. I've been trying to I love Cokes. It's my drink. I don't drink a lot of liquor. Once in a while, rare occasion, beer on the camp out, absolutely. But I love Cokes. I gotta do water. So I started, all right, I'm just going to drink water. I'm going to drink coffee through the morning. I'm going to drink water for lunch, through the afternoon, for dinner. Holy crap, I'm so tired of drinking water. I can't stand it. Oh, talk about a totally unsatisfying liquid. It's like salad, crunchy air, right? My wife, we were at the grocery store, and my wife said, "Hey, we need to eat a salad." I said, "Why? We ate one in November. We already got to eat another one? Jeez, how many of these do we have to eat?" And we haven't talked leather at all, have we? Have we not even talked leather yet? And okay. So I noticed our viewership and our views has kind of dropped lately. I'm not sure if this is me, if it's my ability to keep it interesting, to add quality tips, or is it spring and fall? For us in spring, we're getting outside. I'm working in the yard. In the fall, things start to get busy. Things are happening. So the fall, or when it's cooling off, right? I have to think about how that whole thing works. But anyway, that's the point. So anyway, I don't know if it's me or if it's just the time of year. Um, but I'll do my best to keep it interesting. I'm going to see if I can do that. So, all right, let's see. Oh, I don't want to look at all the great comments. Oh, Brian Moreland. It's a good point. It's a good point. If I am painting a design or something, no caffeine beforehand. That's right, because if you're not trembling, you haven't had enough coffee. That's what I attribute my entire career to. The bean. That's right. Doesn't happen. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Ben, hi from the Netherlands. Ben, hello right back to the Netherlands. I hope you're doing all right. Glad to see your name pop up. Night for today's with us. Very cool. Night for today. Okay, let's see. On a conversation I missed. I'm not going to throw a wrench into that. Oh, Pam Watson. Wow, that's a heck of a lunch break. For my lunch break, I'm letting the cows out. Check. Eating breakfast. Check. Working on taxes. Boo. And watching Chuck. Sometimes work gets in the way, so I have to be satisfied with recording. What? I'm honored either way, Pam. Absolutely. But good luck with your whole list. That's just lunch. I can't imagine what your list of chores look like for the day. Wayne Painter. Wayne's with us. Wayne, good to see your name. Mist in the Mountain. Oh, bless your heart. Yeah, spring, lots of chores to do. You are never boring. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I'm hoping it's just seasonal, and not a number of other things. Yeah. So anyway, all right, but nonetheless, thanks for that comment. Let's see. Yamaha biker. Oh, I was Husqvarna. I rode a Husqvarna 350 WXC woods bike. I loved it. I wish I could buy another one. I just can't call Zurich and, move some money around. It's just money, right? It's just money. Yeah. Tell you what, if the lottery fell in my lap, we'd be doing this from my yacht in the Caribbean, El Caribe. Yeah, wouldn't be worried about 48-degree nights. Oh, there you go, Yamaha biker. Excellent. More live demonstrations. You can answer questions as you go. Actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to jot that down. Got it. Okay, got it. Thank you. Good. Yamaha biker. Andrew G. Hello from Germany. Hello, right back to Germany. I got to spend some time in Germany. I know everybody's tired of hearing me talk about it. That was 25 years ago. I'm still talking about Germany. The people, the beer, and the food. Unequaled. Unequal. Let me just put it right there. Let's leave it right there. But Andrew G, I'm glad you're with us. Hope it's interesting. I hope it's worth your time. I really do. So let's see. Ron Dowdy. Gotta roll. Yeah. Ron, nonetheless, glad you were here, but we all have this working for a living thing going. Cuts right into the middle of my day. Yeah, if that lottery fell in my lap too, I'll still be here. I promise. I promise on that one. Okay. Yeah, Pam Watson. Sometimes we just need to talk about other stuff on the motorcycles. That's exactly right. Oh, Shane Cessna. Shane, yeah. Chuck, really looking forward to meeting you at the grand opening and taking your class. Bless your heart. We're going to talk about that. Notes from the boss. We've got our grand opening is about a month from today or yesterday. I think a month from yesterday. So going to teach a class. Miriam's going to teach a class. Should be a to-do. It should be a to-do. So, okay. Night for today, answering a question. Thank you for that. Kim Vincent. Bless your heart. Thank you for that. Those comments mean more than you know. They really do. Like I said, I kind of work by myself. Yeah, so things like that are really always good to hear. And Brian Moreland. Bless you, recently discovered your series on different stamps for leather. Oh, that was fun. I love the stamping. We don't have to carve leather, and we can, and it's beautiful. But the stamping, it kind of is there, but it's a little more of a controlled environment. Does that make sense? A little more control, and we can do so much with the stamps. I think I added it up in one of those videos. So like we brought in our stamps, and oddly enough, we're going to talk about those for a minute. We might as well do that now. We've got two levels of stamps. We've got a relatively inexpensive stamp, and these are very inexpensive. They're good stamps. They're good stamps. And then we've got another set. These are about 1/3 of what I think they should cost. Great stamps. You can actually feel them, very heavy. Um, and some cool designs on these. Absolutely gorgeous designs. But I think, okay, so when we brought those in, I think we brought in the new stamps were, I think there were 80 stamps. Okay. So if we use one stamp in conjunction with itself, like say we do it this way, and then maybe we work around that one, we make a design with one stamp. Well, I mean, that could be like 800 different possibilities. Okay. Times one more stamp, 16,000 times one more stamp, 480,000 times one more. Right. I mean, my calculator wouldn't even do all the numbers. So simply by combining these stamps, absolutely unlimited possibilities. But again, I feel like it's more a controlled area, whereas tooling, oh, I love the tool. I wish I did more tooling in the videos, and I apologize for not. The problem is, and we've done a little bit, um, time is the issue. Because if I do 1.1 videos a week, I'm already behind. I'm already behind. Let me tell you, trying to design a design and then a project and then to shoot it and then to edit it, that's pushing 5 days, give or take. And if I get one minute over that, now I'm falling behind. Um, so that's kind of more the problem is simply the time trying to get a video out every week, 2 lives a month. So but I need to do more, and that's on my mind. That's on the back of my mind. It has been for the last couple of days. So let's do a good project with a nice tool design on it. Something not super extravagant, something not super even, something, kind of the novice and the intermediate can get into and enjoy and learn from. So I'm working on that. It's brewing right now. So, and we've got um, a flap design. I'm just dying to do this flap design. We've seen it. We've seen it somewhere, but it's a heart. We use an English point to punch along the bottom of the flap. Okay. Then we come in back with a smaller English punch that in. I don't have a sample, but that kind of give it away, right? Anyway, and then with two round holes on top of that second oblong, it makes a heart shape. And line that with a suede, let that do a filigree cut. Oh, that is so cool. Anyway, and then add some spots into that, decreasing sizes of spots. Yeah, okay. That's a project all in itself, right? I mean, to add tooling to that, just that'd be a waste. That's a project right there. So anyway, I've got like 95 project videos I need to do. I think. There's like 30 on my on deck board. On deck. In baseball, the next batter is on deck. So I call it my on deck board, right? So anyway, okay. Let's see. Oh, Justin, hi from Pottstown, Pennsylvania, near the Pennsylvania Ren Fair. Ren Fair starts this weekend. I can't believe my mind's not been on it. I can't believe my mind's not been on Atlanta Ren Fair starts, I think this weekend. That's another great part of spring. Ren fairs. Oh, we got to start talking about that. No, we won't go into great detail. For the folks that don't, they're kind of not really into that. We won't, we won't spend a lot of time there. But let me just say, if you never get to a Ren fair, they're fun. They're good food and the entertainment's great. The bigger the fair, the better the food and the entertainment and the pubs and the vendors. But they're all fun. They really are. It's a good family day. And those are getting hard to find. Those just my opinion, but it's a good family day. Something there for everybody. And some of the comedians. I mean, that's like a gym at a Ren fair that you don't think about. Some of the comedians are absolutely top shelf. I think Harry Anderson, night court judge, I think he got his start at Ren fairs. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's the case. Anyway, Find the comedians at Ren fairs. You will definitely be surprised. All right. Ed Dinsmore. Ed, you've got a good question there. Do you have any learning videos on creasing? Ed, I don't. I don't often crease, but it's a valuable technique. My boss keeps pushing me to do a gouge. We've got two different gouges. We've got a V and a U. I need to put that back on the list. That kind of fell by the side, but the creaser, you're exactly right. That's a good call. So thank you for putting that one in. I'm going to write that down. Actually, I won't write it down. Next week, I'm going to go through all the comments. It's like over 600. Thank you. But I'll go through all these and I'll make notes and I'll jot these down so I'm prepared for next time. But Ed, that's a good call. Good call on that one. I need to bring that back up to the forefront, as well as the gouges. I don't use the gouge. The thinner leathers under a belt weight, it's kind of we're removing leather. Whereas if we wet form it, we have the full thickness of that leather there. Just to me, a gouged corner or bend is going to give out. I've seen it. I can't really say where over time, but I've seen gouge give out. Whereas the balance of the leather, no issue. I've just always been hesitant to use them, but now I don't make saddles. I'm not a saddle maker or a boot maker, places where these things are an absolute necessity. So, we need to get that back out. Well, I'll get both of those back on the forefront. But thanks for bringing that up. Absolutely. So let's see. Crystal going to be at the Oregon Ren. I want to go to every Ren. I just want to hit every Ren fair in the country. Texas and Minnesota. They're the granddaddies. Let me tell you. And Houston, I started, but the first time I went to Houston was like 78. And it was a little bitty fair. Last time I went, and it's probably even bigger now, like think of the parking lot. Say you've got these long rows, where you can park like this. Each side could probably hold 200 cars. There's 35 of those. They have buses that run. You can camp at the Texas Ren Fair. That's one of the coolest things ever because you can drink through the day, and I don't drink heavily, but a good beer, you got it. But you don't have to drive, and that's a key right there, to kind of notching up your enjoyment of the day. But the Ren Fair, and if you're working there, the Ren Fair doesn't really end when all the patrons leave. Yeah, right. That's then the drum circles and oh man, enough of that. All right, so. Man, this hour is just blasting by while I talk about nothing of interest. Okay, maybe that's why our views are dropping. Anyway, all right, let's do this. Everybody's kind of talking amongst yourselves. That's fine. Y'all help everybody out. Anybody that puts a good answer up here to a good question, thank you for helping out. From all of us. We all learn from your knowledge. So, okay, let's see. Oh, yeah. Kay Mersman. Yes, the Ren Fair, Plantersville, Texas is the best. I agree. I grew up at that Ren Fair. I hadn't been back in a long time. We keep saying we're going to go this year. Let's get a group to go. It's like herding cats. Man, I mean, 3 people. It's impossible to get, much less like 9 of us. I don't know. It's kind of a fluid group. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 15, right? Yeah, so anyway, okay, all right. Mist in the Mountain. Autocorrect, Ren Fair, not Tin Fair. I hate autocorrect. Oh, man. Let's don't even go there. All right, we're supposed to be talking about some leather. I'm supposed to keep us on track here, right? It ain't happening. Right. It never does. Actually, today I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do this per script. That was gone in like 1 minute. That's gone. I don't even know why I'd go to the trouble. Anyway, let's do this. And I gotta ask this because does any surface in your shop become an absolute crap magnet? Does it? Why? I got places for stuff. And when I start a project, I move crap out of the way to start my project. I'm not messy. I'm not a slob. It's just, or is that just me? Or is that okay? Well, if it's just me, we'll move on. We'll move on. Let's see. Man, all kinds of great questions. Ben, you've got a great question. Kelsey James, you've got great questions. Um, yeah, they're carrying. Y'all, excuse me. A lot of people are going to answer some of these. Um, some of them are a little more than I can go into right now. But y'all ask the questions. Absolutely. You're going to get some great answers. Great people here. They're going to give you solid, well thought out answers. So let's jump over here. Tobias is with us. Tobias, all surfaces in my shop. It's a dirt magnet. Oh man. Uh, Pam Watson, every flat surface. Why? Why does this plague us? Every I got like 70 feet of work table in my shop, and it's all covered with something. But maybe let's move on. It's crap. You know, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it one day. I am. Don't even. All right. Tammy Ramatko solved the problem, made us all feel better. It's not a mess or a clutter, it's creativity lying everywhere. Actually, that is kind of a valid point because it really is. It's all the stuff like, okay, so we acquired Ohio Travel Bag, OTB, leader in leathercraft and the travel bag and purse and bag industry forever. It's like since 1949, or so. I should check that before I say it, right? So anyway, I've been placing orders for all kinds of stuff. So, oh, this is my box of stuff from OTB that I'm going to use in videos. Oh, crap. This is like 60 videos. I can't make them fast enough. Oh, there's all kinds of. We're not going to go into this. We're not. Anyway, we recently did one on the Facile frame, internal spring frame. Right. This one will be up. I don't have my calendar, but it'll probably be 3 weeks out. But anyway, there's so much gorgeous stuff from OTB. I cannot. Oh, I'm not even going to go into it. But it's spread all over my table. It's like having 18 projects on your work table in all levels of completion. Ah, what a mess. Does anybody ever take like a night and just, I'm not working on a project tonight. I'm just going to clean and organize my shop. Does anybody ever do that? I do, but I see a small shiny object and I quit cleaning and start working on a project. So anyway. Oh man, K Merceman. My craft room is not a craft room. It's AKA crap room. I have so much stuff in this shop. I don't know what to do with it all. I really don't. I really don't. And it's not Weaver. It's just 45 years of doing this. I've accumulated so much crap. I've got a drawer of setters. I've got like 45 setters in there. I probably have 15 line 24 setters. I don't know why. I don't know why. I've probably bought one. I don't know what they're doing over there, right? In the privacy of that little drawer. I don't know what's going on there, and I don't want to ask. But, and just, anyway, okay. Okay. Back to, all right. So let's see. All right, let's talk about shows for just a minute. We've talked about this probably a year ago or 6 months ago. But if you're new in leather, there's just a couple of points. And for those of us with some experience, you could probably laugh at these. You could probably add to this list. But there's a couple of points that are valid point. Well, first off, if you're brand new into leathercraft, you can get a small table at a local craft fair for $25. Go out and sell some product. You can do it. It's not hard. It really isn't. Well, but there's a couple of things to think about. Well, first off, your first year at any show, and I've seen this and I've heard this from other vendors, your first year at every show is not stellar. It's just, you'll sell some stuff and you'll have fun with it, but it's not stellar. Your second year, that's when things kick off. And it's mainly because I think psychologically, people see you at a show and your stuff looks good. Maybe it doesn't really register. But the second year you're there, okay, that gives you credence. Well, obviously you're doing something right. You're still here. So that helps. Um, but also at a show, you get to things a website and a catalog can't do. You get to get your personality across, and you show your love, and you love these products that you're making. Here's what this is hand sewn, and oh, look how pretty it looks. Anyway, your personality comes across because doing the show, the sales at the show is not the point. I fall into this. I sin here as well because my first thought is, how'd we do? What was our sale? It's not the point of a show. The point of a show is that people see you show. You show off your stuff. It's a trade show, basically. You show off your products so that throughout the year, people are calling you. People are placing orders on your website. They saw you at the fair. They like it. They love your stuff. So now, eventually, you don't really have to do the shows. You've built up this clientele, this customer base that carries you through the year. You still got to do the shows. You still got to do the shows. Right. You just have to. But anyway, that's the point of a show, is the balance of the year and not the money you make. It's hard to keep that in mind when you walk away from a show with a lot of cash. It's hard to keep that in mind, but that's the true point of the show. Um, and this is funny too, because we could all laugh about the customers. 99% of the customers that walk by your booth and look at your stuff love you. Love it, love everything, right? And there's always that one curmudgeon. And I bet you'll see where I'm going with this, because just blah blah. I'll come back around. Anyway, the point is, I had a customer, wasn't a customer, right? We were at a show, and I can't remember what the project was. It was a cool, like a little filigree cut cuff, or a nice sword frock. It was something like that. It was like $25 or $20 or something in there. Well worth it. Guy says, well, I don't know why that's $25. It's only $2 worth of leather. I thought, now, I was like, oh, yes, sir. Well, we do the professional, be friendly. In my mind, I'm thinking, you moron. We don't, as leather crafters, we don't walk around cow pastures picking up wallets that have fallen off the cow, right? It's not an apple that falls off the tree. We pick it up and sell it, right? There's a little more involved. So it's like, oh, great. Let me guess, we're going to elect him president next time, right? So don't buy, just, those people will move on and go away. And yeah, let's inhale on the next 99 people that walk by your shop and love your stuff. So, right, we all have them. We all have them, and we all have the funny customer stories. But the other 99% are people, they're great. You'll love doing a show. Your vendors, there's camaraderie there with your booth neighbors. You always get to know them, and you always bring a big cooler of food, and some cold drinks and sandwiches. It's a lot of fun doing a show, and you get to walk away. Now, another point, I actually wrote all these down because I don't want to forget these, because I do shows with Weaver, but not with my own little company doing craft fairs like I used to do when I had a small business. Sorry. Quantity sells. This is odd. I've seen it, and again, I've heard it from so many people doing these shows. And I'm the same way, and it's psychology. I know it is, right? If I see something on a table and there's one, oh, it's pretty, and I like it, and I move on. But if I see 20 of them there, I don't know why. I don't know why I have to buy another potato peeler, but I got to buy one of those. I don't know why. There's a bunch of them there. They must be selling well. We must all need one, so I'm going to buy one. It's kind of true. It's and we shared a booth at Texas Ren Fair years. I mean, like 20 years ago, long time ago, 97, 25. The point is, I had this certain arm guard. I thought it was a pretty arm guard. I made. Had small spots. It was brown antique. Had small spots on it, stamp board. They were gorgeous. It's like, okay, if that fair was 7 weekends long, 6 weekends, not a single person, no, let's say 5 weekends, Not a single person looked at those arm guards. Not one. Um, the next weekend we sold every one of them. No, wow. Yeah. So I made two rush quick, make six more, six, didn't sell another one. I don't know why. Again, psychology of the buyer. I don't know. Anyway, the point is if you kind of have a little interest in doing a show, jump in. You'll have a blast. You'll have a blast. And it'll almost start to kind of become a thing for you doing the shows. And because you kind of see a lot of the same vendors, you kind of become somewhat of a loose family at doing the shows because you see them year after year and probably at other shows in your area. Anyway, okay, that's enough of doing shows, but that's our theme of the week. If you think you want to do a show, jump out there and do it. You'll be surprised at what will come from it. I promise you. So, all right, let's see. Oh, I'm so behind over here. I'm talking so fast, I think my glasses are fogging up. I hate these stupid things. Anyway, I there. Who's got shop glasses? Right. You ever walk through your shop? You got your glasses in your hand. You actually drop them mid stride and you kick them skidding across the butt. Yeah. 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 My optometrist is Home Depot. I mean, it's not like I'm spending big dollars. I mean, $20, right? No, not going to spend that $20, but I'll buy an English point in a heartbeat. Right? Welcome to Leathercraft. Okay, so let's see where we are. I'm trying to keep up here. Let's see, K. Merceman. Yeah, wallet's falling off the cow. What a great. I mean, isn't it so true though? Right? Well, it's only $4 worth of leather. Yeah, but yeah, but so anyway, uh, Yamaha biker. I imagine because all right, I'll sorry, we've met. Right. Okay. Same with woodworking. They don't see the time and the effort. And that's right. That's right. The average person doesn't stamped leather. Some big stamp in a factory made it, blah, blah, move on. But also too, and I'm glad you brought that up because there was one more thing I wanted to say about doing the shows. There was and they may still do it, but there was a local chain here that talked about educating the customer was one of their biggest points. And we kind of need to do that. Well, it's hand sewn or this is hand tooled. The average person isn't going to realize that. But once they kind of start getting a feel for what we do on these projects, it's a whole different ball game. And with us too, like if you're new to leather, you start working a little bit of leather and then you go over to somebody's house and you feel their sofa. Oh, that's about a 4 to 5 ounce distressed chrome tan. Yeah. But you start noticing these things that, before you started working left, yeah, it's like anything, kind of see it, goes, doesn't register, blah, blah. But that's fun. Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. I know. Is this why nobody's watching? No. As you work leather, and I've done this before, I don't really do this anymore because it's my job now. But when I was crafting, I noticed somewhere along the way, I used to do that, kind of crack my knuckles. Somewhere along the way, I'd put my fingers together and they feel thinner, stronger, more flexible. I mean, they are. This is not an illusion. They are because we're working with our fingers and our hands and our what do you call it? Well, this thing, right? That gets hand-eye coordination. Yeah, that's where we're going. Takes me a minute, right? Maxing out on speed and memory here. But it is hand-eye coordination, planning, but it's one of those best exercise ever, because it's the one you don't know you're doing. Right? When you're hand sewing, that's one of the places. Hand sewing or tooling or punching or chiseling or stamping. These are great exercises for our hands and our forearms. We don't think about it. That's the best kind of, right? Best kind of exercise. So there's so many pluses to leathercraft that you never think of. But, if you've kind of been at leathercraft a little bit, do that and see if your fingers don't feel thinner and stronger and more flexible. They do. I mean, it's right. So anyway, off on another rant about our fingers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, the thumbnail on YouTube's gonna be that. Anyway, well, of course it would. Of course it would. All right. Let's see. Oh, Susan M. just got here. Almost forgot. So hello to everyone. Hello. Doesn't matter when you join. Jump in, jump out. Just spend a minute with us. That's all that's important. We all work for a living. It is what it is. So, uh, let's see. Becky Eversole. I have multiple pairs of breeding glasses scattered through my small house because I'm always laying the silly. You're exactly right. They're everywhere, aren't they? I would then this. I don't know. Anyway, they're everywhere. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So we talked about shows. Oh man, it's already 3:45. We are just moving along. Um. Okay. Well, how about we do this? How about we go ahead and knock out product of the week? Yeah, this is a good one. I love. We've seen this in a video. Our reptile print. I love this leather. It's gorgeous. I love the colors, but it's also got a feel to it. Okay, now snake, real snake. It's beautiful, but there are two tricks to tanning a snake that are tough. One is the scales are an issue. Keeping the color, keeping that natural color, that's hard to do. I've seen a lot of snake products that weren't that they just don't lose that vibrant color, or they don't keep that vibrant color. But the second thing is the scales. I mean, it's a snake; it's going to have scales. The problem is over time they're going to leave. It's the way it is. They're going to leave. It's going to leave this little naked spot here and there. It's pretty, and if you can tan a snake, I've never tanned one. I've tanned a deer, but I've never tanned snake. There's a good book out there on tanning reptile. But anyway, so the point is this is the next best thing to it. It's not real. Absolutely, it's not real. Once in a while, I'll have somebody ask, and I'll say no, and it's not real. Um, come of the big points here. First off, with a snake, even a python, widest, longest python I've ever seen, it's only about a foot wide, and I think that's $1.75 an inch, and they're like, yeah, like 12, 14 feet long. That's expensive. We don't have that. Now, as a crafter, in my opinion, this is a little bit expensive leather. But, and there's always a but in leathercraft. Here's the thing. First off, we've got ample width. Like with a snake, again, we only have so much. We've got ample width here. But at the same time, I think it's a 3 to 4 ounce. I think it's a 3 to 4 ounce. So we can line this with just about anything. But where I'm going with this, like I said, it's a little bit expensive. I'm a leather crafter. I work for Weaver. I can call the boss, or I can email the boss and say, hey, can you send me anything in the building? And my boss will do it. Well, first off, I know, but first off, I don't take advantage of that situation. I order what I need and not, let's just get 10 colors of this and see what happens. I work it like I'm a crafter, that I have to pay for this. So we're kind of on the same page, with cost. So that's from time to time I'll say, well, this is a little expensive to us. Well, another big point to this, and we've seen this in a video, we did this in a video, is that I'm not going to use that whole piece of leather on one project or even two. I'm going to use it as decoration, like with a belt. Let's see if that's, say, 30 inches wide. We're doing 1.5 inch wide belts. That's 20 belts. So we could get 20 belts out of that, maybe more. The point is we're probably going to be using smaller pieces. So therefore, that cost, it's not as big as it may look. We're going to spread that out. I've had these. I use the heck out of them. I've had these. I don't even know when we picked them up. 4 or 5 years ago. I have no idea. Time doesn't register to me. I don't know why. The point is, I'm only on my second one, and I'm only working on that one now. So it goes a long way. It goes a long way, but I love that. Oh, and I was also going to say this because this is a good point. So like with our reptile, notice our colors here, right? Okay, so that's our deer tan cow. Fits in nicely. That's almost exactly the same brown. Water buffalo. Oh, well, first off, the colors are great, but that distressed works with the snake. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's another one right here. That's our jasper. And I think that's our coffee bean. That's one of my favorites. But that's a great match. And black, the timeless classic is always going to work with that. So anyway, it's a great buy. Product of the week. That's our reptile. I love it, and I use it regularly on stuff for myself, family, and friends. Okay, so where are we? Oh, this is another big help to me. Just tossing this out there because I use this all the time. This is the best thing in the world for cleaning off our work table. It is. Now, Weaver Leather Supply doesn't carry this. Weaver Equestrian, our equestrian division, carries these. I forget what I call it. Oh, it's a grooming brush. It's a horse brush. But my wife has a horse. We own a horse, but there is no we about that. That is my wife's horse. Absolutely. But it's basically a horse brush. It's one of the best things I've ever had in my shop. I use this on my work table every time I clean it, which is quite often, evidently. This comes in very handy. But anyway, just a side note. All right, let's see what else. The hoodie has come off. Spring is here. Go away until next fall. All right. So, time to clean out the chest of drawers, right? The Chester's drawers. Yeah. Time to get all the winter stuff out, put all the spring stuff in. Okay, let's see. All right, so we got product of the week done. Good. 350. Why doesn't work go this fast? I don't get that. I don't get that. No, Jim, my wife would leave me if I got snake leather. Jim, I'm sorry to hear about that. Excuse me. There we go. Make sure I come back up. Oh, let's see. Freeman. Oh, there you go. Oh, a U-bow. I know some of the longer ones, I kind of need to read these before I start talking because my friends, we don't, yeah, they just love to see. Anyway, uh, let's see. Okay, Van Dam jumping in here. Nice. I tanned a snake. Good. Okay. There's some product that makes it very simple and quick. Brush it on 2 to 3 coats and you're done. I think I know what you're talking about. I can't pull the product to mind. It's like Reptan. I can't remember. It shouldn't be hard to find. Shouldn't be hard to find online. Uh, oh, Susan M. Bless your heart. You know what? I think she's watching. I think since she's home, our horse kicked out, just kicking out, fluke accident, broke my wife's arm, broke the smaller bone right there, broke her arm. So now and it's a right hand, and she's right handed. So she's trying to do everything left handed. Oh, Susan, bless your heart. I'll tell her that you asked. And she's much better. It's getting there. It's getting there. I think it was 4 weeks ago. I think 4 weeks ago today. No, tomorrow. So she's slowly getting there, but nonetheless, thanks for asking on that one. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Shane Cessna. Okay, Chuck, I'd love to see video on a baldric pattern for a rapier. Shane, I got some great rapier designs. 4, 6, 8, and 6, 8, 9, and 11 buckle. Yeah, full rig. Full rig. That's on the list. That's on the list. I am doing a baldric. Okay, we are doing a pirate baldric. Shane, this will get you pretty close. It's a little bit different frog. It's a little bit larger frog for like a boarding saber or boarding cutlass saber. It's a little bit larger frog. It'd work on a rapier, absolutely, and it's a great question. For the period folks, a baldric, when we bring that together in our V, and I've got the degree of V and all that in the video. If we've got a flat guard sword, like a bastard sword, broadsword, we can drop a cinch right on the body of the baldric. Simply slips in, works great. But when we've got a basket, like a rapier or a boarding cutlass or saber, now we've got to drop that frog below the body of the baldric. We've got a way to do it in this video. I think actually this video, since I screwed around on it so long and screwed it up to begin with and had to come back and anyway, we've heard the story. Actually, I think that might be in about 2 weeks. Anyway, so they get a pirate baldric. We've got room for a sword and a flintlock. So anyway, that should be coming up soon. Shane, see if that helps you out. But if it doesn't, we'll have, like I said, how many buckles do you want on the rapier carrier? I've got a pattern for every one of them. So, it's on the list. It's on the list with another 75 items. Man, I just can't make these fast enough. Oh, Billy Blaze, I use deer skin for belt backing. Oh, yeah. Oh, traditional deer. If you're new to leathercraft, traditional deer tannage is just as supple as think of a chamois. Think of the chamois. Oh, and deer, I love real deer's tough. It's gorgeous. And chocolate deer is one of my favorites. The point is, they're wild, they're smaller animals, a lot of range marks, a lot of holes, kind of expensive. So we actually have deer tan cow. Um, Actually, that's what we used on this purse is the brown deer tan cow. What it is the tannery is now they're going to tan a cow in the same fashion as a traditional deer tannage. So what we get is this very supple, yet a very large. We get a side of leather. Yeah, we get a full piece of leather. So we've got ample width, ample length. We don't have the range marks, the holes that we would typically have. The one thing I love about natural deer is that torn edge, that natural edge. Oh, what a pouch flap that makes. Oh, man. Anyway, so that's what deer tan is. It's just cow tan like deer, but it's so much less expensive. It's very, very consistent and clean, but we still have that beautiful supple leather. And we've got that in 4 colors. The traditional smoke, which the hides are actually a place to over fire, and the smoke that's actually gives it color, but also helps enhance. Anyway, enough on that. Love the deer skin. Absolutely for a belt liner. Oh man, absolutely. And that's probably what we're going to use when we do our filigree belt cut. Filigree cut belt, tooled, feather, line tapered and backed. Geez, sounds like I'm ordering fries at Waffle House. Anyway, okay. Man, Ernie Murphy, you've got a good yes. I don't. All right, anyway, gee, Chuck, that's a lot of help to all of us. Does anyone know of a tannery that will veg tan a deer hide that a person has harvested? Talk to a taxidermist because yeah, this is a common situation. We have so many deer hunters. I haven't been deer hunting in forever. Excuse me. Anyway, lunch is fighting back. Anyway, talk to a taxidermist because I think that they can help you out. Yes, there is one or two or maybe more tanneries that will tan your deer hide for you. I don't have that information, but I can tell you they are out there, Ernie. So see, look around, maybe a taxidermist, maybe online. Uh, if you don't have any luck, email me on our website, on the Weaver website. There's just a general email there. Um, if you don't find something, email me and I'll do my best to see if I can help out on that. See if I can help out on that. Oh God, 357? Crap. Okay. Notes from the bot. Fan page, notes from the bot. What am I doing here? This is probably why. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, let's see. Videos. Got shop tricks. Got a shop tricks coming up. Got an axe ring. Not real happy with that one. Just weak. It's a cool little axe ring. It's just weak. The faster frames, we talked about that. Pirate baldric. Oh, here's a good one for the new folks because we get this question so often. What punches do I need to get started? Go through I turned the anthill into Mount Everest. It's like 11 minutes long on really? I mean, it's like 15 seconds worth of, we could have. Anyway. So that's coming up to help the new folks out. All right, notes from the Ross. Grand opening of the retail store is 4 weeks away. Book your travel plans now. We look forward to seeing you there. Let's see. We launched a new version of the Cub sewing machine, hand operated machine, totally movable. I mean, you can bolt this onto the bed of your truck if you need to sew on a camp out or at your barn or whatever. Anyway, I just heard about that this morning. It's like I don't work there or something, right? I'm not good. I'm not good at communicating with the mothership. It's all me, not them. It's all me. Anyway, aluminum body is what I understand, and a couple of bugs have been fixed. So I can't wait to see this. I'm gonna order one and see what the boss says. Yeah, anyway, okay. Also, I'm teaching classes, and Miriam is teaching me and Miriam are teaching classes. Anyway, so at the grand opening, I'm teaching a class on. And I should have grabbed it. I don't have one with me. A little filigree cut cuff. It's not a super. It's not this big complicated project. We don't have a lot of time. We've only got a 2-hour slot. But anyway, we're going to get some creativity. Miriam is going to help the new folks make a belt. Absolutely. I'm going to buy, I think they're going to do a blank with a keeper and some screws. So anyway, that's a class. I'm not sure which of us is morning and which is afternoon. But anyway, it's on the schedule. So make your travel plans now if you're going to try to attend that. Just a side note, crap, it's 3:59. Just a side note. The Berlin Grand Hotel is my favorite. Love it, love it, love it. They have fresh cookies 24/7. They're friendly. The Amish women do the morning breakfast buffet. Oh man, yeah. Anyway, oh, and there's balconies. On most of the rooms, there's balconies, and you can look out across that beautiful farmland. Oh, it's a great place. Got a pool. They got an indoor pool and a sauna and a weight room. Yeah, like I would go by the weight room. Yeah. Anyway, I should. I'm supposed to. All right, 4 o'clock. How did this go by so fast? I never understand that. Um, but I think we got all this knocked out. I think we talked. Oh, the only thing we didn't do was the fan club, the fan page, because there's so many great y'all. Let's do this. Y'all take a look at the fan page. If you're not familiar, it's the Chuck Dorsett fan page on Facebook. Look at all these great projects from great people. If you got a question, put it up there. You'll get a bunch of great answers pretty fast. So, okay. Oh, oh, night for today. I'm taking the RV to a nearby campground. I'm gonna come over. Let's have dinner. How about that? All right. Yeah, dinner by the campfire. Oh, nothing better. So, all right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up. Again, I hope this is interesting. I hope it's fun. I hope there's something in here that can help everybody out, maybe even just the smallest trick or tip or knowing what a type of leather is. I hope there's something in here that makes this worth your time. We all work for a living. We got things to do, and I appreciate you taking the time to be here with us. All the new names, all the regular names, just warms my heart to see everybody here and talking and connecting and fellowshipping and answering questions. Best thing in the world. What a great group of people, leather crafters. Got the best craft going. And I'm not biased, it's just a fact. All right. So 2 weeks from today, we'll get back together. We'll watch another hour just absolutely fly by. I'm sorry, I cannot see every comment. I hate that. I'll see them before the next time. But if you've got a question you want me to see, I'm on the fan page just about every day. Put it up there. You can always email me at Weaver. There's an email on the fan on the fan on the website. There you can always get that to me. It'll come straight to me. And I'm going to leave this open for a minute or two. If you've got a comment in there that I didn't see, again, I apologize. The chat rate on this, I think, is sometimes between 8 and sometimes 14, which I take that to mean that that's an average of 14 a minute times 60. Whew, that's a lot. I apologize, but at the same time, thank you for making this what it is. Absolutely. So, all right, I just don't want to stop. I don't want to stop, but now I feel like I'm working into your time. But Elzbieta, well now. Oh, I've got Bob Chronister, Billy Blaze, y'all, Liana S., Dylan. I'm just so happy to see your name pop up. Absolutely. Oh, and y'all, I'm gonna go because I could just keep reading this, but I feel like I'm working into your time now. So, y'all love every minute of this hour. Thank you for doing that. And y'all have a great evening. I hope you got something great on your work table, something to look forward to, a great project. Maybe you got one completed that you're going to give to somebody. That's fun. Y'all, best craft ever. Again, just a fact. All right. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll leave this open for a minute. Fan page on Facebook if you got a question or a new project or something you want to put up and get a bunch of oohs and ahs, and you will. All right. So good luck with your project. Got to work that in there. Love y'all. More than you know, it's absolutely the pinnacle of my week. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody have a great evening. Love y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.